This your fearless source of boxing news, giving you exclusive interviews with less born interludes. It's Skywalker, fly talker, and a fire sparker, giving you the news straight, not a side talker. Daily boxing updates with live fight streams, gym visits, sneak peeks from behind the scenes. Plus, if you link with more boxing, then they spitting toxin. Strong like a pack of oxen, ain't no other option. He got a new addition, Poppy from Yayo. Heavy on the Poppy, Legato on the Yayo. Ernest X, a retired military vet. He a comedian, so don't be disobedient. With 86 boxing from out of DC. That's the valedictorian historian. He's still pushing Tim and Tim when the week begins. The super chats and cash apps collect the dividends. The live interesting, yo, I hope you listening. It's not a trick, Tim Jr. running for politics. Skywalker washing windows off a skyscraper. The mother channels stay sweet like annihilators. You get physically exposed if you violate us. You guys fool get chewed like Crocs and Gators. It's no reason to explain why you cowards hate us. Skywalker boxing media proceeding it. Trust me, I understand why you cowards hate us. Leading you is Skywalker boxing media. Trust me, I understand why you cowards hate us. Leading you is Skywalker boxing media. Yeah. Skywalker boxing media. Saludos. Word 'em up. Yeah.
Saludos, mi gente. It's Skywalker Boxing Media. Team Mo Boxing, no problem. We got a special show today. We got a 100% knockout artist who's never seen the fourth round. He's on a roll, man. Every time, if you blink, you're going to miss him fight because he stays busy. Shout out to my brother Keith Cologne, the Tsunami. How you doing, brother?
What's going on? I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm doing good. Let me introduce you to everybody. I got Dawn Talks Boxing. She's with Mo Boxing, no problem. Is my partner in crime below me. And then we got 86 Boxing, the valedictorian historian, Marine veteran. Shout out to Josh. And then we got Papi Chunyeyo, the comedian of the show, the Air Force veteran. Shout out to my brother. And man, Keith, man, you're just on a roll, bro. You're a prospect the last year, and I got you in the books to go down as prospect of the year this year, bro. And I love the momentum, bro. I like the hype coming from New Jersey, man. I think your fan base is extending all over, bro. Everybody knows who you are, bro. Even in Albuquerque, New Mexico, when I bring up, I got an interview with Keith, they're like, oh, Keith Cologne, they already know who you are out here, bro. So shout out to the marketing, bro. Like just getting out there, doing interviews, and then handling business in the ring, man. Like you're phenomenal, bro. You're doing really good. And how was this fight, bro, in Philly, man? Break it down for us.
The fight, it was a good fight. I had fought a tough opponent. My toughest opponent to date. Went to the third round. Got a couple knockdowns throughout the fight. I believe second and third round. I think second round I got 2. Third round I got 1. But my opponent, he was tough. He was game. He was coming. He wasn't just like an opponent in there trying to lay down. He came to put up a good fight for sure. But I just made adjustments and I just kept capitalizing off of his mistakes. And I kept getting closer and closer. And then eventually, at the end of the third round, his team just waved it off.
Yeah. So, man, you haven't even seen the fourth round. I was telling everybody, this is your 7th fight, 7th knockout, and it's all been in 3 rounds and under, bro.
Right, yeah.
And this guy was a veteran, too. He had a lot of experience, man. He had a lot of experience. So
yeah, he had about like 30, 40 fights. He was tough. He was a tough guy.
Yeah, like 40-something fights. Yeah, Will Minnesota. So, no, that's a good look right there. You keep knocking these cats out, it's going to be tough to get them in the ring.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
But that's good stuff right there. Yeah, I'm happy to see it. So how do you feel about that, though, in terms of, hey, you go in there to get the job done by whatever means. Like they say, you don't get paid overtime and all of that. So do you think about like going rounds or anything of that nature, or is it just like, hey, it is what it is?
Yeah, I'm strategic. I go in there boxing. I go in there ultimately to win. But as the fight progressed, I continue to capitalize. You know, if I see weaknesses, I'm gonna exploit them. I'm gonna take advantage, and each round I just look to keep picking up the steam, and that's what I did this fight.
Now, real quick, how do you feel when you get like a quick knockout, like a first round knockout? You've been putting in there working at camp and everything. You go in there, dust them up real quick. How does it feel when that happens? I know, I suppose there's some joy there for the moment, but then it's like, you putting in this work right there, and you got this cat out
Yeah,
super quick.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, it depends. It depends on how it is. You get what I'm saying? Because if it's like a clean shot knockout where a dude don't get up, then it was like, oh, like I caught over the good one. You get what I'm saying? But if it's something like where I feel like the opponent can continue, but he just don't want to come up, it's like,
Oh yeah.
man, like you ain't come to fight. You just came for, to look good for a check or whatever. But that's my main thing. I'm not picking on, or like I don't care how the knockouts come or what the decision is unless it's like a victory. But I just hate when like if I feel like the opponent could keep going and
Mm-hmm.
they just don't come up, but it comes with his boxing.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Somebody
man.
asked what weight class you're at. He's fighting at featherweight, guys,
Yeah.
126.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
man. Check it out, man. So like I've heard you do other interviews with other people, man, and I just want to say first of all, I feel like you're probably one of the, I don't want to say well spoken, but I feel like I've never heard you actually answer a question. And it it was where it wasn't media ready. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that
Yeah.
you answer every question you've answered, bro. I just want to congratulate you on the way that you answer those questions because it shows that you're ready for what you want to do. You're professional and you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, you're trying to get work
Thank
done.
you.
I also want to commend Just Do for, his interview. I was listening to that and I was like, man, yo, this kid really is the goods. And I just want to say that the one thing that I took out of that interview was the fact that you said that you want to be challenged. You want somebody to make you uncomfortable to make you to find out what you got to see. So man, I just wanted to shout that out real quick.
Yeah.
Nah, I appreciate that for real. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
But
were talking
can
about
you
that the
elaborate
other
on
day.
that right there? I was gonna say, can you elaborate on that? You want to be challenged? Yeah, I love that. That's that old school mentality right there because sometimes it goes beyond the numbers. You're thinking about it from a financial and then a record standpoint. Just you want to be challenged. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, like I said about the knockout thing, I don't want anybody in it that's just looking for a paycheck. You get what I'm saying? I want somebody that's coming to win. I want my opponents coming to win. Um, I want these experiences to be experiences where I could build off of them. I could take it, go back to the gym, cook something up, work on, and go into my next fight and looking to build. Like each and every fight, I look to get better in some type of way or just have a better performance. And it comes with with what the opponents bring to the table. So if I'm constantly getting opponents that's just walkovers, it's gonna be hard to build off. That's gonna be hard to come back the next time and put on a great performance. So with like challenging opponents that's coming out there and they want to hurt me just as bad as I want to hurt them, it's gonna bring the best out of me. It's gonna really allow me to showcase my talent and show my fans, who I am and my skills and what I'm capable of.
Sure.
Is there any added like pressure when you go in to get a knockout?
A lot of people ask me that, and it's not because I don't go like mentally. I'm not wired to get knockouts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wired to um, go in there and just like, all right, I want to KO. I want to KO. That's not. I train to fight hard for however many rounds the fight is. You get what I'm saying? So there's no pressure. Um, but if I do have my opponent hurt, then it's like, all right, if we got him hurt, we ain't gonna let him. We ain't gonna let up off the gas, and it's not pressure, but it's just more so of capitalizing. It's opportunity. You take advantage because you don't get too many opportunities twice. So it's not pressure initially. Even backstage before my fights, I be saying, to my team, I'm going in there, relaxed, chilling. I'm not beasting for nothing. I'm chilling. And like it's just so like have fun.
Okay.
Shout out to Raheem Prose in the house.
Shout out
He's the one. He's
Alra.
the one that put me on to you, bro. Him and Thomas back in the day, man. They're like, yo, keep an eye on Keith, man. He's the next big thing coming out of the East Coast. So
That's my guy, Alra.
it's my bro.
Raheem making moves, man. Listen, every time I turn around, I see
That's
it.
Nook, man. That's Nook.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yo, I love to see that, man. I love it. Every piece of it. And that's what. Speaking about loving, when watching, our people put in some hard work and get the fruits of it. How do you feel, man? Like how does it make you feel seeing, what comes with, doing it the right way? How does that make you feel?
I feel good, especially about my career. I'm big on not skipping steps, climbing up through the ranks because that's my confidence going into each and every fight. Sometimes a lot of people want to skip steps. Then when they get the big fights, they go in there and it's like, dang, they bit off more than they can chew. But now when I go in there, I work to get here. I ain't skip no steps. I ain't get a handout. Like each and every fight, I built off. I built up to get to where I'm at. So I feel like that's important, and that's confidence. It speaks for itself. Like nobody can say like, oh yeah, nah, I gave you an opportunity. Nah, I worked to get here. Like it didn't happen overnight. Like y'all can see I progressed. I went from 4 rounders to the journeymans to this to the contenders to the world titles. I didn't, go from A to Z overnight. So it's really important that fighters on the come up, in my opinion, do it this way unless they have to skip steps for their own career.
That's what's up right there. Yeah, you have that mentality. I can tell. I like it. I like that poise that you show and everything. I was just looking back. I was looking on Box Rec because they'll show, I think, like the national tournaments and all that stuff. Looking at some of the people you fought there on the amateur side. You got Mackay Phillips, Floyd Schofield, even Yoruba Moreau, who we interviewed not too long ago and all that stuff. So that's good work right there. So I just think about it from the standpoint of making that transition from the amateurs to pro and all that stuff. You have put in some work there on the amateur side against some cats who are making some noise here on the pro rank. So I'd imagine that helps as far as when you're going in there, despite what happens, despite you knocking somebody out early and all that stuff, you've been putting in that work for a long period of time, because on those amateur side, when you start out young, there's a lot of work that goes into that in terms of.
I want to shout that out because they got history together, but they're part of that class of elite amateurs, and they got all this training, bro. They've been training since they were kids. These are the best of the best. When it comes to the amateurs, and Yoruba, man, he just had a statement pro debut. He had a really good pro debut, and I could see, it's crazy, man. This next generation is just gonna take off, man. I have somebody comment. I'm good friends with Casamero, but bro, this new generation, bro, these are killers, man. You don't want to put nobody old with these youngsters. Trust me with that. You know what I mean? And there's a time and place where father time it hits, and that's it happens.
Casamero, we rocking with you, Keith. Tell them bring it.
Casamero, but man, yeah, man,
he must be a hell of a fighter, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's not interested in fighting a bantamweight either, Cheo.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with him, but I'm pretty sure he's a good fighter. But if he in a division, hey, I got 2 more fights this year, so we just working.
Tell him move up. Tell him bring it. We're ready.
If he not in the weight class, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Right. No, he's like lower. He was at
Yeah.
bantamweight. What
He's
they
at 122. Casamero's at 122.
Oh, he's at
But
122.
yeah,
I feel like I seen him
the
in a
thing
minute.
is, Casamero, you know, it comes a time and place, man. You got
Yeah.
the new generation. It's like when we see, you know, Abdullah Mason or any of these youngsters, man, that they're just fucking everybody up, bro. Even the veterans. Keith just fucked up a veteran the other day.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It's youth over, you know, that's how it goes.
You have the right path there, Keith, in terms of staying active, and that's a big problem for I know some boxers. Just that active piece of it. Sometimes they want to fight, and they just don't get that fight. So it's pretty dope that you've been able to rack up the amount that you have thus far, and you have that mentality, of course, of wanting those fights. So, and props to your team in that regard, being able to make it happen as well. You know.
Yeah, for sure. That's the goal. Stay active. No, I feel like I'm the most comfortable I've ever been in my like career from amateurs to now. So, that's a good thing. You know, I'm real comfortable in the ring. And I like, you know, I'm real comfortable in the ring. I feel like I've been in the ring 100 times this year. So, you know, we ready for everything.
That's good. That's good stuff right there. So so featherweight, have you been watching the landscape, what's going on around there at 126? We just had Nick Ball, he
Nick
fought
Ball, right?
yesterday.
Yeah.
He fought yesterday. Sam Goodman. You see that?
I tell a lot of people I don't watch too many people fight. I didn't watch the fight, but I saw Shushu posted, and I saw a lot of people saying
Oh
that
yeah.
Nick Ball got a gift, like it was like a robbery or whatever, or a close fight. I don't know, but I didn't see the fight. But that's interesting because I thought Nick Ball was gonna wipe the guy out because I didn't know who he was,
Yeah.
who he was fighting. But I heard it was pretty, pretty good fight.
Yeah. It was not bad just overall. Yeah, Goodman had some moments. Ball got it, but he took some shots. And Goodman was coming up from 120, 122, because he was supposed to fight anyway, then got hurt, so he had been out for a while, and then he just came up and fought this fight. I will say I like Nick Ball, but yeah, he can certainly be touched, and that's one thing we've seen right there. So, but I think he edged it out. But that being said, it was closer than many people thought because Goodman, he beat Raif Salim, so that's like the top name on his resume there. But a lot of people thought that he was just going to watch Goodman there, but opportunities there at 126 for sure. Him, you got some others there. Angelo Leo there.
That's my boy, yeah.
Right? So, hey, some opportunities are going to be out there for you there, Keith. So yeah, keep doing your thing.
Hey, do you have a relationship with Shushu?
Yeah. Shushu from New York.
Because he's from the East Coast.
Yeah, I tell a lot of people like I be like most of the time, especially coming up in the amateurs, I was never, fighting over here. I was always in New York, Philly, all up and down the East Coast. It was Shushu turned pro a couple years back. He had a couple fights. I was still in the amateurs. We got work a couple times. You get what I'm saying? We've been around each other in the gym. Like, we all, you feel what I'm saying? It's like we all rub shoulders, It's a small community on this side, It's like New Jersey, New York is real. Like my second in charge, my corner Gary Starks used to train Shushu. Like that's how small it is over here.
Okay.
No, that's
I think a featherweights. I think of you and him on the East Coast. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it
Shushu,
since nobody else will.
Bruce,
I say it. Listen, man, Nick Ball is not.
what about Nick Ball?
He ain't it, fam. That's what I'm saying. The dude is not it. I'm gonna say it. He got exposed. It seemed like all the dude need to have to fight him is some grit. If you grind it out with him, it show him that you ain't taking what he got. He ain't. I can't do it, man. The UK is not. They just can't take this thing over, fam. It's just too much corny stuff happening over there for them to have it.
Yeah, Nick Ball, he a tough fighter. He a tough fighter, but I feel like that's one of his biggest attributes is just him being tough, him being able to weather the storm, break people down, take punches and keep punching. That's I feel like that's his style. He's not like a super slick guy or super like creative or offensive guy either. He's just more so like a tough, rugged type fighter.
Hey, bully.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but
Need a
bullies get bullied
counterpuncher.
occasionally. Bullies get bullied occasionally. That's when you find out what they made of.
For sure.
Yeah,
I know you said you don't watch like too much boxing. Is there like if someone like a certain boxer fighting that yeah, I'm gonna tune in?
Yeah, for sure. Like I usually watch like the top guys, like top guys in boxing. So you say like the Canelos, Terrence Crawfords, Javantes, Lamont, Shakur, Usyk, Heron. Like you know what I'm saying. My thing is I only even if it's like a good card, I probably only watch like the main events. But like those type
Okay.
guys, the more entertaining guys. And it's not nothing against the fighters. It's just more so like I put so much time into the craft that I can't even watch like a full 8 fights in a row. Like
Yeah.
it's
True.
hard. But yeah, those type fighters like especially if it's an anticipated matchup. Yeah, I'm tuning in for sure just to see Raymond Ford. You know, it's a lot of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's an
Okay,
interesting
so
segue to something I wanted to say. But hey,
yeah.
can I you know what? Go ahead and ask yours. I want to ask him. I ask him afterwards.
Oh, I was just gonna say going off that. So who do you got, Canelo or Crawford?
I want Crawford to win. I want Crawford to win.
Who's gonna win though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll be a good one. It's an interesting one. I think
Yeah,
you got a lot of people on
it's a
different
great
sides,
match.
different opinions. And if you look at boxers like yourself, active, hey, I feel like it's split. You have some that lean with Canelo, you have some that lean with Crawford. So it's like
Yeah.
50-50 almost for the most part.
They did that with Jermel
Nah,
too,
it's a
though.
great matchup for boxing.
Yeah, that is true.
Jermel was moving up 2 weight classes. There was a lot of believers too for Jermel.
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
I didn't think Jamel was gonna win that one. I feel like he was gonna put up a pretty decent fight. Um, I just feel like scale wise, I feel like Canelo was like just forget about power and strength. I feel like Canelo was just too skillful for
Mm-hmm.
Charlo. So plus the power, plus the experience, the weight, it would have been tough for Charlo to win those fights.
Yeah. That's what make it interesting right here because skill wise, yeah, you got to lean in favor of Crawford, and Crawford has that dog mentality about him, so you know he's coming with it. So it's gonna be interesting.
Canelo's skillful as well. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canelo's
he
skillful
is.
as well.
No, he is. So that.
Yeah, he been in there with the best. I just feel like I just like the script going Crawford's way.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
y'all already know what I said.
Yeah.
T. Bud Crawford. Y'all already know.
Well,
You
yeah.
know.
I'm leaning Canelo. I'm
I got
leaning Canelo. I think he
Yeah.
has
Mexico, cabrones.
that jump and all that stuff. Those 2 weight classes. I think Canelo's coming with it.
I'm going with my primo, otro güero mexicano, Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah,
rep
yeah.
the white Mexicans.
Hey, you got to, man. You got to rep it, man. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
me, Canelo was a stowaway. Somebody from Ireland dropped their baby off
Yeah.
after spring break.
Yeah.
After spring break, that motherfucker,
Yeah,
he's an imposter.
We come in all colors, man. Like
He's
same,
an
Yeah.
same as Puerto
imposter.
Ricans.
Canelo,
Look, baby.
the Irish infiltrated Mexico and dropped
Yeah.
Canelo off.
Germans too, bro. I got some German Mexican blood.
Yeah, hey, okay, listen, man. I gotta say it because I don't know if I heard anybody say something about this. So Raymond Ford fought like he was the second fight on that card last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The last big card they had Tevin Farmer and what's his nuts, like the first and the second fights on that card, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You notice that? So what's up with all that? I don't understand what's going on here. We got some of America's top boxers, and they're fighting at Riyadh season or fighting over in the UK. They got them dudes opening the show up like they some suckers. We need some respect out here, fam. Like seriously, just because the competition in the UK, you guys are battling each other out. the best of the best ain't gonna be nothing but a B level fighter if we just keeping it all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we need to start demanding a little bit more respect in that. So we got some fighters that bring a little bit more excitement and got a little bit more to do. Matter of fact, they copy everything we do. To be real. So I don't know. I just feel some type of way about that. I'm sorry I had to say it on your watch, Keith, but I just want to make sure that when our people start doing some negotiations with them cats, they don't need to be having y'all like on the undercard. This ain't no UFC shit here. Like you ain't we ain't on the prelims undercards and we already at B level and your fighters are C level at best.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't know how they work it up, but it's interesting. Yeah, I definitely noticed that a couple times, but it's definitely interesting.
yeah, man, they gentrifying boxing, bro. Like I'm not cool with that. I'm sorry. I'm just not cool with that.
I feel you. I feel you right there in terms of they had Ford versus Nova there, and then I think Tsunami came afterwards. After that one, I guess they were holding him off until, or in the case that one of them ended early, something of that nature, right there. So yeah, interesting for sure there.
You got some Indian stowaways. Like I don't even know where they finding these dudes at. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, there's 20 world class Indian boxers that get to be the third fight of the night or the third fight, the Coco man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Cobra D said Canelo's a stowaway.
Yeah.
Clever dude.
Motherfucker hitch the ride in a batch of corn. some some potatoes.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, I was gonna ask there, Keith, as far as hey, you getting in the ring again here for the year out? Is that the intent?
Yeah, I'm fighting again 2 more times this year.
Oh, two more
Um,
times. Okay.
yeah. I'm fighting 2 more times this year, September and October. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I'm training, staying in the gym. So I'm excited. I'm excited for these fights coming up for me.
You know where they're gonna be at?
Yeah, one in September gonna be in Vegas, and the
Okay.
one in October is gonna be in Brooklyn. So pretty big fights coming up.
Hey, I got a question for you, Keith. And you don't have to answer it like in detail, you know what I'm saying? But has anybody? I mean, bro, everybody knows who you are out here in Albuquerque, man. There's a lot of people that know who you are in the boxing community, which tells you a lot. You're all the way on the East Coast, right?
Yeah,
Has any big promotion reached out to you and offered you guys anything? I mean, you don't have to say any the name or the amount, but
yeah.
just anybody reached out recently to you.
We definitely had offers. We definitely had offers from multiple different promotional companies. It's just the main thing is right now we it's best in my interest that I remain a free agent. Once I really get to right now I'm 6-0, I'm sorry 7-0, but once I really get to like 13-0, 14-0, that's when we'll
Yeah,
look for a promotional agency. Once we really get them like the contending fighters and
yeah,
climbing up the ranks, top 5, top 10. That's when we're really looking for to sign. Right now, it don't really make sense. I'm still fighting 6 rounds. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Usually, how it goes is a promotional company or even a manager will get a
yeah,
guy when he's 4-0. I mean, when he fighting 4 rounders, 6 rounders, to eventually boost them up into like a 10 round, 8, 10 round, 12 round fight, and that's how they'll make their money back. But like if I'm able to constantly get fights right now, it's like it's no need for a middleman, so to say.
right,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting on great cards. I'm
yeah,
getting a lot of fights. I'm getting great exposure. So my team doing the right thing.
yeah. It's because I noticed that like Top Rank and other promotional companies they got fighters on there with equal amateur level as you, same exact equal, but with no professional experience. They're like taking a gamble
Mm-hmm.
on a prospect. And with you, you're already like you're tested. You know what I'm saying? Like they know what they're gonna get, and you're 7 fights in already. You're staying. You're not afraid to fight. Like you want to stay busy. So there's a lot of people that are undeserving with big contracts with big promotional companies, in my opinion, compared to in a comparison to you,
Yeah,
because the equal amateur level, but not even tested. So
yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of times guys sign to these professional companies early in their career, and they not getting the fights. They getting great exposure, but the amount of fights that they get in a year um doesn't really add up. Some of them do. Some fighters get to have the opportunity where they fight pretty often because they got a great relationship, or they constantly showing up,
Mm-hmm.
or they have a great fan base. Where it makes sense. But most of the time when you sign with a big promoter, the only time they're gonna bring you on their card is when they're on your side of town, so they can at least make a little bit of money back. That if we being for real, that's what it's all about. Is money.
Yeah.
But like I said before, it doesn't really make sense for me to sign with a promoter. At the time, because we doing everything a promoter would do. Like my team is doing everything a promoter would do. We getting on great cars, all different types of cars. Been on Top Rank, Pro Box, OTX, for the big arenas. So like the sky's the limit.
yeah. Hey, I was gonna answer a question, Naruto. I haven't followed Salt Poppy in a long time. Was impressed with one of his knockouts back in the day, but he's gotten real skinny, man. I don't know if he has that knockout power, but let's see, man. I don't know.
Salt
Anybody else
Poppy,
want to tap in? I haven't followed Salt Poppy in a minute,
Salt,
man.
Salt Poppy built like you do.
You know who he is? You know who this guy's
Salt
talking
Poppy
about?
built like Homer Simpson, bro. Like what we talking about?
Yeah,
He built like a Simpson.
yeah. I
Hey
know
man, listen,
Keith will knock out Salt Poppy.
man, man. Hey, but he got some skills though. We gotta give him some credit. He do got some skills. Like,
Yeah, he did learn how to box, bro. That's
yeah,
why I
he do
like
got
that guy
he
out of
do
the
got some skills.
influencers, man. I kind of just paid attention to him because,
Perfect for misfits.
Yeah.
yeah, body
But
transformation too.
hey man, I want to do a caveat off of what you was just talking about because what I'm hearing from you is that it feels like your team um, has a very good understanding of the business aspect of boxing, right? Whereas some other people are out there that are actually getting pimped. If we're being honest, they getting pimped. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel? Do you feel there should be some sort of academy or like some sort of classes that boxers to be taken to get a certification on understanding the business of boxing and make that a part of actually being a professional? Because when you make it to the professionals in the real world, you got to understand how to negotiate contracts and stuff, right? You want to make as much money as you can. You want to know how to move up the ladder and things like that. So how would you feel if boxing made it like, some sort of mandatory for this? You know what I mean?
I mean, if you ask me, there is an academy. It's called amateur boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's the academy that everybody don't take advantage of, or they I said this a couple times, but I knew I was ready for the pros because I rose to the top in the amateurs, so I knew I would have been able to do it in the pros because in my opinion the amateurs is much harder. It's much harder than the pros. We're not getting
Mhm.
paid. We don't know who we gonna fight. We fight like back to back days for 6 days straight. So um yeah, so if you ask me, the amateurs is a little bit harder than the pros, and I was one of the top amateurs coming out, so I already knew like once I took off in the program, it was gonna be the same thing. But that's the academy right there. That's your learning experience. That's your team learning experience. That's your networking. That's for you to figure out like what's for you, what's not for you, what route you want to take, and that's all really just being a student of the game.
Mm.
No doubt. Hey, same day weigh-ins, all that. That's why I always ask what someone's like, hey, what's your amateur background like and all that stuff, just to get a gauge there. And I think if it weren't for me officiating and all of that stuff and just kind of seeing it there firsthand, then I wouldn't understand all that goes into the amateur side of it. It's basically, man, it's like you're a pro fighter. You're on the job like you're a pro for real. And this is very grassroots in that sense. So I feel where you're coming from. But when I see someone has that amateur background, some of the people you faced off against, I saw Muhammad Robinson on there, who's out of Baltimore, who's a fighter who's out of the PBA side there, or well, he's out of South Atlantic. But that being said, I know you're putting in that work right there. When I see some of those names and just the amount of fights a fighter has on their amateur side, and I always feel like, hey, that right there gives you a step ahead right there, because it's a gauntlet, especially when you're doing those tournaments where it's just it's like random draws, you know, so you don't know who you're gonna go against, and you just get in there. You gotta get it. You could be going up against the number one guy in the first round of the tournament or whatever it may be.
Exactly.
You're muted there, Skywalker.
My bad. My kids were talking in the background. I had a mute earlier. But nah, man. I'm just super proud of you, Keith, man. Like I said, you're on my list of top prospects. I even got some from Cali, bro. I put you in this list, bro. I got this kid named Isaac Chavez. Same like you, just killing people. He's out of Phoenix. El Metal. He's a good fighter. Yeah, there's a lot of fighters, man, that are coming up, bro, that I can tell, man, they're gonna be a problem. You know, world champion for sure. You know, so just keep doing what you're doing. I love seeing you on all my friends' channels, man. I love like, you know, tapping in, and everybody knows Keith, man. Everybody's keeping up with. That's the problem, bro. The thing is, it's not that people forget about people on social media. You have to remind them, bro. Like, throw me a tag. I love that, bro. When you send me a tag on Facebook, it gives me a heads up. I'm like, oh yeah, he's got a fight announcement. That's dope. Oh, he needs this, or he's doing this. You know, I gotta keep track of you, bro. And sometimes you lose track of people if you don't remind them. You know, so I love. Give me a little nudge, man. Like, I was busy with amateur fights the night that you fought. I was working an event too, so I was all out of it, bro. So it's good to kind of have always a heads up, and I already knew that you had a fight, so that was good. You know what I mean? But if I wouldn't have heads up, you fight so often that, you know, I could possibly miss it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm already know how it go.
Yeah, I mean, it's the audience engagement, like his fan engagement, like that's what's making this journey that we're actually all being a part of. You know, by you engaging with us like this and keeping us abreast of, you know, what's going on in your life, it allows people to. It's, you know, it's like watching a sitcom. You just, okay, you know, about 3 months, it's gonna be time to load it back up again, and you know what I'm saying, we got something to look forward to. So we definitely appreciate you know, what you're doing, and we're gonna
fighters can learn something from this. You know, like if you want to get recognized, and you want everybody to tune into your fight and everything, man, go on a bunch of shows like Keith, man, and talk about your upcoming fight, and market yourself good. You know, that's what you're doing right, man.
Sure.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
And can you oh, go ahead.
You can go ahead, Dom.
Okay, I know. I was just saying, if you could give us any details, like when you're gonna fight, like specifics or not yet.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. So the fight in September is supposed to be September 13th, and fight in October is supposed to be September
13th. Hold up.
I know. Wait, in Las Vegas.
September 13th, Las Vegas. Hold on.
So casually.
Roll past that. Hold up now.
So casually, September 13th, Las Vegas. That's cool.
Just slid that in there.
Just like on, you know, just some random card.
Say it again.
That's right. That's cool.
But that's what's up right there. September 13th. Huh, interesting.
Big
time right there.
That's the next one that's on the list. So you know, we just been training, focused, staying ready.
Hell yeah.
I'll be out there for that week.
That's gonna be a good one for sure.
No, yeah. And I think they're even fighting like Maybe Thursday and Friday too.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly right.
That's it. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Well, that'll be a good look. That's gonna be a major weekend there for the sport. So definitely looking forward to that.
Hell yeah.
So,
When it's
So
official, man, let us tag all of us, man. Let us know. Last thing, man.
Nah,
yes,
for
sir.
sure. I got you.
Yeah.
is it, bro? Do you think it's the independence that allows you to move the way you're moving? Is do you think that's because, I mean, do you have anything to compare it to, like as far as some of your, like Shakur maybe?
You
You
gotta
know what
have
I'm saying?
skill though.
Well, what I'm talking
Um,
about, I'm talking about is not having like somebody having ownership of you in a way to where they're kind of moving you around the way they feel like you're moving around. Because I just want to give this one example. Moses Itama, right? He
Mm-hmm.
had an opportunity to become the youngest heavyweight world champion, and 3 fights ago, 4 fights, they were like, we this is people they were asking for it, and his team was asking for it, but his promoters and his managers were they weren't having it. And here we are, you had this kid that's talented who could be more famous than what he is, and that opportunity is sliding by. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I want to understand the difference between the independence and moving versus someone, moving you.
I mean, even if you was under contract, it all depends on what the contract states. So um, you got some fighters that they don't have no how you say it, like they don't have like they able to drop the contract whenever they want. They able to fight X amount of times a year. They make decisions. They make the last decisions. So it depends on what the contract states. However, for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, fighters usually take a general contract. They don't really get too much in the specifics, or they don't really negotiate and challenge what the contract states. The difference is with me is I'm in full control. Me and my team, we are in full control over, you know, my journey, my boxing career right now. So if I want to fight this month, next month, the month after that, the next month, just keep going month after month, I'm able to do that because I'm not tied to, I don't have too many people, control over my career, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest difference. However, with my team, it's also like a acting manager, a acting promoter, so to say. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody still gotta, you know, reach out, get the fights, and they, looking for fighters. So it's still it's everything is still the same thing. However, the difference is with me is mine is more internal with my team. It's not like I have somebody on the outside, negotiating for me or doing anything. Now, it's real close and tight, you know. So that's the biggest difference.
Okay. No, that's dope right there. That's definitely dope. Remind me of kind of how some music artists on certain labels and things of that nature, when they're independent, they can move a little different than when you with a label, and
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, yeah, this person, we got to get this feature cleared, all that good stuff. So that's what's up right there. But hey, it seems to be
Exactly.
working right there. There's something about that sort of independent nature of things that, yeah, hey, I'm a fan of it for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Keith. Can you tell everybody I got your Instagram scrolling on the bottom. It's at official Keith Cologne, and he also does YouTube, guys. He's active on YouTube as well. And on the YouTube, what's your handle on YouTube?
You could just search up Keith Cologne, Keith Tsunami Cologne on my YouTube channel pop up, but it's Keith Cologne, yeah, on Instagram, Keith official Keith Cologne.
Or hey, you heading down? If you head down here to DC, we'll get in some work. DC, Maryland, that area.
Oh,
Be sure to post it, Keith, because hey, I'm trying to come through. I'm trying to come through, see what's up there for sure.
hey
Yeah,
man,
no,
you better
sure.
stay out of DC. You don't go to DC.
But I
Stay
know
out of
right
Nah,
there.
now
it's
we
just
got some stuff
a
going
couple
on.
fights to go out for in Maryland. A couple fights to go out for in Maryland.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're at Maryland Live, right?
Yeah, on the Pro
yeah.
Box card.
Yeah. I was gonna be out there. I didn't make it to that one. I think we had an amateur show on that same night too. But yeah. Next time you're out here, I'm definitely gonna come check you out there for sure by any means.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate all the love tonight. Much love to everybody. Hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Stay on top of Keith Cologne because he's always fighting, exciting fights. He's never seen the fourth round. He's killing it. And best of luck on all everything, man, coming up. Your school, man, everything, man. So much love, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Skywalker.
Cool. Thank you guys.
All right, bye.
No,
Peace.
All right.
Peace out, Pigeon.
Hey Josh, man, listen, man. I'm the